What is going on, Pats Nation? It's Patriots Global here, back with another video. Of course, with the trade deadline approaching on November 3rd, I believe that is next Tuesday. The New England Patriots just keep becoming a team that is swirling around these trade deadline rumors. Now, the most rumors we've heard as of late have more so been the New England Patriots being interested in trading for players, not necessarily them being in-house traders at the trade deadline, but according to Albert Breer, the New England Patriots are telling teams that almost every single player on their roster is available for trade. Now, y'all, real quick, make sure you go ahead and follow my Flick chat. There'll be a link pinned in the first comment below and also pinned in the description box below. What this is a group chat, basically a Discord, but on steroids for all of us Patriots fans. This is a huge group chat with many New England Patriots fans just like you, and it is a place to connect with people all around the world, no matter where you are. Talk about New England Patriots football, talk about life, have an outlet, and even talk about things that aren't involved with New England Patriots, maybe other NFL teams. I also post polls for you guys to go ahead and answer some questions so you're able to see, where is some of other Pats Nation fans kind of sitting. So, for example, if I post something saying, should the Patriots trade Stephon Gilmore, yes or no, you can see where most of Pats Nation is standing, whether they want, the Pats to trade him or not. So, again, link in the description below, guys, completely free. Now, I think this is really interesting here by Bill Belichick. Now, obviously, the New England Patriots, they are not really sitting at a record that is doing them much justice, just about 2-4. Again, they have been rumored to be really interested in trading for a numerous amount of players to also help their team acquire players to put on their roster rather than taking players away from their roster. But sitting at the circumstances, sitting at the fact that there are multiple teams left, very tough teams that this team has to play. Your offense is just not clicking. Your defense is having some issues. Cam Newton is not playing well at the quarterback position. And you are just continuing to get beat up with injuries. If you're Bill Belichick, maybe at this point, you're just looking to the 21 season. You're looking to the offseason to help build for next year, and you're kind of just throwing the season in the garbage. That's not really a Bill Belichick move, but at the same time, you have to look at the personnel they have. There is really not much this team can do to win the rest of their games, to be a top-tier team in the NFL at this point. There is also a lot of players on the Patriots' current roster, big names that are set to be free agents at the end of the season. Considering that this team doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere this season, maybe Belichick trades some of those guys away. Guys that, let's be real, are going to leave in free agency at the end of the season anyway. Now, one of the big things to note is the fact that they said almost every player. They did not say every single player is available for trade. So obviously there are some players within house that Belichick does not want to give up no matter what. Who exactly these guys are, we don't know, because honestly, I look at everyone and I'm like, you're not really surefire to stay on this team. I'm sure mostly the rookies he would like to keep. Like, I'm sure he likes to keep Kyle Duggar. I'm sure he would like to keep Devin Asiasi. I'm sure Uche. I think that they could definitely get trade offers for Winovich, but if I'm Belichick, why in God's name would you trade Winovich? I have heard a lot of experts saying that the Patriots should trade wide receiver Julian Edelman, considering he is at the age he's at. He's constantly getting beat up. Do the Patriots try to trade away the face of the franchise and try to get something out of him before his career is over? I don't know about that one. I definitely think that guys like Devin McCourty are likely to stick around, but you do have bigger names that I think really could be traded here. Stephon Gilmore, who I'm going to make an entire video about, very well, could be traded. I've heard rumors about, maybe could J.C. Jackson be traded. Let's keep in mind that in 2021, he's expected to be a free agent. The Patriots could place that first-round tender on him, potentially keep him for another year. But then in 2022, he's just going to end up leaving anyway, just kind of like Malcolm Butler did. He's going to get a contract that can the Patriots really match, or do they want to match that contract? Considering the Patriots secondary is the best part of this team, of course, you don't really want that to become a depleted part, but of course, trading guys like Stephon Gilmore, while you might not want it, it does make sense. You do have a young guy in J.C. Jackson that is going to be amazing for years to come. They could easily get a first-round pick out of him if they did decide to do so. My own personal opinion, though, I would love to see him get signed long-term. You then move to these offensive line pieces, and that's where it gets a little bit interesting. I don't see them trading center David Andrews. I think that he's just a captain of this team. He's a leader of this offensive line. I don't see why they would want to trade him. Guys, though, like Joe Thuney, he could get moved. Maybe right guard Shaq Mason, he could get moved. I don't see them trading 2 guards, but maybe one of them could departure. If Marcus Cannon didn't opt out, I would say he's a guy that could leave. I would say the same thing about Dante Hightower, but because those guys are in contract year and because they did decide that they were going to opt out, yes, that does go into next year, but keep in mind, do players still want to make that trade for them? Especially what if, COVID is still an issue next year and players are still not comfortable with playing the following season? It wouldn't surprise me to see a Patriots offensive lineman get traded, especially to a contender, a team that really needs help. I think contenders, guys who are on the bridge of being contenders, are the ones to watch for at the trade deadline because they're wanting to add to potentially get to the Super Bowl, the contenders. And if you're a team that is borderline contender, you want to add so that you are now a contending team. And a lot of times those teams could be desperate and will pay extra just to get that piece that they feel is that missing piece. At the running back position, no guys would surprise me to get traded besides Damien Harris. Damien Harris, I definitely think stays around, but everybody else wouldn't surprise me to potentially be traded. At the wide receiver position, honestly, it's the same thing. Don't think they get rid of Damiere Byrd just because I don't really think they're going to get much for him. I don't think there's going to be much interest for Damiere Byrd, but, I'll be curious. What about a Julian Edelman? I wouldn't be surprised. What about a N'Keal Harry? I've heard people say N'Keal Harry's here to stick around, but if they get good draft compensation for a guy that is just not working out for them, not working for the system, maybe they decide to jump that gun because they are in a rebuilding phase. Now, guys, real quick, the wait for football is finally over. The NFL is back. We're about out that halfway mark in the NFL. Just crazy that the season's already almost over. You might not be able to get in with all of the action to finish out the season, but you can still get more of the action. You can really get all of the action with BetOnline. And now BetOnline is going that extra mile to make sure that you get in on everything imaginable for this upcoming season. All the way from game spreads and totals to team player and coaching props, BetOnline gives you more options to wager than any place online. Now, you can get in on their season opening bonuses today and start off wagering on win, division, and championship futures right now. All you got to do is head to BetOnline today and take advantage of all of their great sign-up bonuses. Again, that is BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts. Now, I definitely do not expect the New England Patriots to trade everybody at the trade deadline, right? There are some teams, like I said, who might give up more to make that final push, but usually at the trade deadline, you do not see players, or rather, you do not see teams just dealing off tons and tons of their players. 1, maybe 2, but you do not see them going berserk and trading half their team. I could see the Patriots making some trades, giving away some of their players maybe before the trade deadline, but it really would not surprise me to go into the offseason and then start seeing more potential trades. Guys like a Stephon Gilmore, maybe a J.C. Jackson. The thing is, if the Patriots want to trade anybody that is in contract year, this is the last year on their contract before they hit free agency, they will have to trade them at this trade deadline, or, of course, they're going to be free agents at the end of the season. The Patriots will not own their rights anymore. But that is going to be it for today's video. The New England Patriots are reportedly shopping anybody on their roster, or at least almost everybody. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Who do you guys want to be traded? Who do you not want to be traded? And who do you realistically think could be traded, if anyone? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel. And subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. But like always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.